In this lesson, I'm going to show you how two waves interact with one another and interfere with one another constructively and destructively, and what the pattern looks like in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color code these waves. Let's make this wave blue, and let's make this wave here green. So you see that the green wave moves to the left, and the blue wave moves to the right, like that. These dots represent 1 second intervals. So from this position to this position, the blue has shifted to the right 1 second, and this one has shifted to the left 1 second. Here, blue 2 seconds, and the green 2 seconds. And at the 2 second mark, the edges of each, they're touching. But at the 3 second mark, we see that they begin to overlap. So the blue one is in that position, and the green one is in this position. But overall, what we see is that we end up getting constructive interference. Now, in this position, we only have blue. So we're going to put a dot right there. Here, we only have blue. And that first dot is at position 0, amplitude of 0. Here, this is an amplitude of 1. And here, we see the green and the blue begin overlapping, but the green's leading edge has a value of 0, and the blue's edge right here has a value of 2. So 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. So right here, we know that that side of the wave right there looks like that. Now, when we get further to this dot here, we see that we have an overlap, and the green has a value of 1, and the blue has a value of 1. So when they combine, they have a value of 2. And over here, we have blue at 0 and green at 2. So then we have a position right here. So it looks like the wave has a flat top at that point. And then we see on the right side, we don't have any interference. We just have the green part right here. The only interference occurs here in the middle, and that's why we end up having a flat portion to the curve. Now in the next second, what happens is we end up getting the blue wave move 1 section to the right, and the green wave moves 1 section to the left. And so you see that they totally overlap. So here we have 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. And in this dot right here, we have 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So then we end up having superposition, adding that. And then we have 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. And in this line right here, we end up having 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. And then here we have 0 plus 0 is 0. So basically, that is the shape of the resulting interference. Now at second 5, we start seeing that the waves are moving apart. We see that the blue has crossed the green, and it's moving in that direction. And the green has passed the blue, and it's moving in that direction. But we still have some overlap occurring. So if we start here at the green, at that dot is 0. Here we only have green, so it's 0. And here we have the beginning of the overlap of the blue and the green, the beginning of the overlap, where you have the edge of the blue is 0, and the peak of the green is 2, so 0 plus 2 is 2. And here we have a very nice overlap. We have both values at 1, so 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. And then we have 0 plus 2 is equal to 2, and here only the blue, nothing, not even 0. Plus 1 is equal to 1, and then 0. So our final wave actually looks like that. So what I'm showing you is as these waves move towards one another in real time, we would see these two crests, the pulses, move closer and closer and closer. They begin to overlap. The overall shape is like this, and then it bumps up like that, and then it flattens out like that. And now the two waves are separated again. But we have the green wave on this side, and we have the blue wave on that side. The blue Oh, I messed this up. I am sorry. So this is actually the blue. Let's put B for blue, moving in that direction. And this is the green moving in that direction. So let me get this last one right. We have the green now totally separated, and the blue is totally separated, going like that. Okay, so that's the transition from 0 seconds up to 7 seconds. So now what I want you to do is do the same thing here. Move these closer to one another. And what I'll do is I'll let you work on this by yourself. And then on the second page of the document, we have a wave that consists of a crest and a trough. So let's see what happens in that transition.